bless you. Thank you for joining us again on Worship Gist with Vashtie and Phemie. I remain my humble self, Phemie Udagala, and I'm here with my beautiful, wonderful, delectable, sweet, gorgeous,
my God,
cupcake, sugar banana,
oh Lord,
white,
tomato
juice, Pastor Vashtie Phemie Udagala.
Good evening.
Music minister, baker, chef, wonderful wife, wonderful mother. She's a full member of the International Professional Managers Association UK.
Wow.
And that is she's the MD CEO of Speedy Cakes and More.
Wow, this introduction, sir.
And the convener
Is something happening today?
of Worship with Vashtie International.
Yes, sir.
My darling, you're welcome.
Thank you, my love.
All right, so thank you for joining us. You've been on this journey with us since we started, and you've been following us, liking our videos. Thank you very much. It's been a wonderful experience, and without you guys, we couldn't have continued on this. But thank you very much for joining us. Today we're going to be discussing something very, very special, something that's very, very important. Today we're going to be talking about media and worship, or you could say media and the worship ministry. Mm-hmm. We are in the worship ministry, but there's an aspect of the worship ministry which we cannot overlook. Yes, media. We're going to be discussing that today. And today we have brought in the best of the best.
Yes.
Our own people, the best of the best. I'm going to introduce, we have two guests today. Two
Wonderful guests. Very wonderful guests.
And I'm going to start with the person on my right, who is a wonderful, beautiful, I'm sure the camera don't know, they don't see.
The spotlight is on her.
Oh, beautiful, wonderful mother. I'm saying the mother with emphasis.
Yes.
So that let those who do not have families breathe. If you guys know how before we started this set, you guys do laugh. Tosin, Deba, aka Ivory.
Yes.
There's a song she did with my wife, Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can see both of them, Epi Thompson.
My Lord.
She handles our social media. She's
very good.
She's just in charge of everything social media for us, and that is why we have brought her here to discuss about social media and any other media. So Tosin, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I will not forget to mention this. We did Bible school together with her. She has just refused to be ordained a pastor. I could not escape it. But she has refused to be ordained a pastor. When we were doing Bible school, she was the baby of the class, right? She was the baby of the class. So for those young people that have refused to do Bible school, thinking that it's only that when you do Bible school, they will ordain you pastor. No.
I don't want to call names.
See her here. She has gone through the Sway International Bible Institute.
ZB, yeah.
And she's a graduate, and she is not an ordained pastor. So please, young people.
And she's doing well for the
young people, please. So Tosin,
Joshua, Tosin,
Thank you very much, sir.
Tobe.
And by my far left, you will know that there's one guy used to attack behind the camera. One Joshua, that's
finally, Joshua is here.
Joshua!
The one and only Joshua.
He's the MD CEO of Panakia Media International.
The guy behind all our beautiful videos.
Videos.
Any video you see from Worship with Vashtie
is Joshua.
Anything you see on YouTube is Joshua. He's just good. He's good. He's the best you can get anywhere in the world.
And so he's going to be talking about the media concerning the video, photography. He's just going to tell us a few things. And he's working with us from where we started. we have been
He's
growing
a
together.
pioneer.
We have been growing together with Joshua. So Joshua, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. How does it feel to be in front of the camera?
Not behind me.
Say it doesn't feel good. Let me grade one table. I want to use this opportunity to announce that he's not married.
Very single, but not available.
He's not available.
Yes.
You will explain.
We don't do that.
I'm not sure. We're happy to have you today. You're welcome. Alright, so we're going to be talking about media and the worship ministry. So I'm going to ask my lovely wife first. How has media affected your worship ministry? If it has it affected your worship ministry, positively or negatively, and how has it boosted it, or has it made your worship ministry better?
Yes, it has. I remember when we started, that was in 2020. Then, like 2-3 months after we started, there was lockdown.
Yep.
But before we even started, the instruction that God gave was that the ministry is going to be on social media. So we're not even aware that there was going to be lockdown. But God said that we're just going to be streaming it live. And then we started. And then the lockdown came. So it was easy for us to just navigate because we didn't have any challenge of we have to go somewhere to meet. Our audience are not going to come because they were on social media. So even with the lockdown, we're able to do some a cappella versions of Worship with Vashtie. Yes, and we had a lot of people joining in.
Those presentations, it was phone.
Yes, we're using phones. In fact, some very, very funny experiences. But the thing is that the social media has really, really helped Worship with Vashtie, because even people that we cannot really access, or let me say, okay, thank you, my love. I love you. All right, Joshua, sorry about that. We'll allow you to breathe. We owe you that responsibility. Sorry. All right. When we started, it made it easy for us to be able to reach a large number of people, a large group of people, and it also made our ministry not to be limited to our location, in the sense that we're able to reach out to people all over the world. Because what they do is just connect on social media, connect on Facebook, and you could see us, and then our content that we kept putting up on YouTube, on Instagram, and everything. So for me, social media has really, really helped this ministry to grow to where it is today. So I see some people, and I don't even know them, but they know me, and the first they say Worship with Vashtie. I watch your program, Worship with Vashtie. I've connected, but I don't even meet them physically. But so it's a beautiful thing for me, and that's really been good.
So Joshua, you are the I happen to know that you are the head of media in your church. Touch that. And you've been with us from when we started, and apart from working with us, you have worked with other people, and I can only say you are fully into the media industry. So how has the evolution of media impacted on worship ministry, since you worked with a few worship ministries? How has it impacted on worship ministry in modern churches or in churches generally?
Okay, thank you for having me. It's really weird to talk in front of the camera. Well, over time, media has become very important to not just the worship ministry, I think ministry in general, because slowly and surely everything is going online. Everybody, if you're reaching more people, and COVID and 2020 was more like a turning point. Like there was a realization that we had to go that way.
This thing has come to
It has come to stay. You don't know when another COVID-like incident will happen. So it is quite important, and has been helpful. Media in the church is a lot of things. Media is the lights, media is the screen, media is the lyrics, media is the sound in a way, media is the live streaming, media is post-production, it is a long and wide range of things. So yeah, it has helped. In one way, it helps to put the church in a good light. And like Mama said, it helps to announce the church. It helps you to reach a larger range. There are churches in Nigeria that have maybe 50 times the followers they see in their program, but because most of those follow online.
Yeah, there are some people that since COVID, they have not gone back to
At all.
They have not gone back to church.
To social activities.
Yes.
They have not gone back to church
Yes.
because they
Yes.
get out from home because you get everything.
Full service, pay offering, everything.
I'm telling you.
So it's media. Media, it's that important. And I think, the evolution of media, and it keeps growing. Now we have AI. So it will not shock me if one day your pastor is ill, but he still preaches.
Yes.
You see him speak, because that's where it's going to. So it keeps growing, it's getting better. One day I have to do worship with Vashtie without Mama. She might be in Dubai, I will still do live worship with Vashtie.
We will be, I will be in Dubai.
Yes, and immediately too. So it's growing and it's helping. Yeah, it has its own pitfalls here and there, but it's growing and
it's really affecting. I agree because before, if you fall sick and you're not able to go to church on Sunday, that's it.
Yeah.
You just wait when people come back and ask what's in them preach.
Yeah.
They will explain to you what was preached. But you can attend more services than the people that even go to church.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can attend 3 churches.
You can 3 churches.
3 churches.
When you are in your home, and this is all to the evolution of media. Okay, so let me ask.
Tosin.
Let me ask Tosin. You're always in my ear after every edition of Worship with Vashtie or after every podcast. When I call her like this, I make sure I load my phone. I buy credits. Before I call her, or if I see that she calls me on WhatsApp, I know it's going to be a long discussion. So you're always in my ear with ideas of, hey, Pastor Phemie, I think we should do this. That's what I think we should do. I think in the next edition, I think we should do. That's how she sounds. So you're always in my ear about what we should do. So how can worship teams and worship ministries effectively utilize media to enhance the worship experience? Because you have 1,000,001 ideas that you're always doing that. Now, please tell us. Other people would like to learn.
Okay. Praise the Lord.
Disclaimer.
It's allowed.
Wow. Hello everybody. So yes. Thank you for spending. Thank you, Mama, for having me here. I'm very passionate about media, really, because without media, we won't be where we are today. In fact, I see media as a channel. Media is plural, medium is singular. So lots of channels, and just like Joe said, media is lights, media is camera, media is a whole lot, like a portfolio of a lot of things. And for me to give my point, I would love to just touch a bit on the first question, the evolution of media. Yeah. So if people can take our minds back to when people started communicating with each other, we didn't have written materials then. So let's say you go to the village square and you learn a folklore, a song. So you are taught that song and then you go back to your family or compound. Oral, you communicate, the person learns the song and so your family learns the song. When you come back to the village square again, you know the song already, they teach you, you go back. And then, so just imagine when the missionaries came, that was how we started learning all the songs. Yes. Then at some point, they came with hymns, written materials.
Those learning of the songs, I might be the one that learned it. I go to my and teach other people. I may not teach them exactly how I was taught. So the thing keeps changing.
So we now people start coming up with written materials like hymns. Let's say for hymns, we have the SS and S. I remember then in church, if you want to sing hymns, you just share the booklets and you call the number, and then you we learned the song. Then after a while, we now started having cassettes. So even if you were not, even if you were not there,
some people still can't see the cassette.
well, me, I'm coming to cassettes, but I know that in the Phemie's time there was gramophone.
Yes, there was real to real. Yes, real to real.
No, we call it
That's apart from that disc, apart from that big record.
that record.
No, apart from that record.
Record.
There's one that's real to real. It's like tape like that. It's real to real. My father used to have it. Yes, Peter Max video. One small.
So you can see that media has come a long way.
Yeah.
Media has come a long way. And cassettes, and then we started having VHS, and then we started having disc, and then we started having flash drives.
Yeah.
This one, I'm just mixing all
Yeah.
together in no particular order. And then we now started having opportunity for people to stream.
Yes.
And the thing streaming does is that it puts you right there where it's happening. Unlike all these other ones we called. These other ones you can listen to it, later. I remember I don't know was it Panam when he was talking about when he blew, the moment he blew. I can't remember if it's him, but there was this particular man of God. I'm not sure it's him, but there was a man of God who God had already assured him that he was going to give publicity or amplify his ministry. So he went somewhere. I really can't remember the whole story. Yes, he went, but I think his cassettes, maybe he got some cassettes, and I don't know if he got some cassettes, but somebody now listened to him and said, I was blessed by by your ministration. So just send your cassettes over, and then we'll distribute them. I'll pay for it. So that shows how far. So true that people had the opportunity to be part of a person's ministry through those cassettes. Then streaming now gave an opportunity for people to be part of what is happening. So now, back to your question: what can worship ministries do to enhance? And the thing is, like I said, media is a channel. It involves a whole lot, and I think for a start, we can say that. First, worship ministries should look at their audience or the people they have, the people that
they want to reach, the people that they are reaching.
Yes, let's not use the word people they want to reach or the people that have been assigned to them, because this is ministry we are talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, this is ministry we are talking about. So, so I think the most important thing is looking at the kind of people you are saying. Why am I saying this? Because there are some worship ministries where some of them, God has given them that ministry to reach people in a particular language or tribe, may not be English. And then maybe those people, they are not even in cities. How do they get access to internet? How do they have the opportunities like stream? But they have to use media. So for those kind of people, maybe they go to a particular village and they will just sing and dance. So maybe their own is not rock music or the kind of contemporary music. Maybe it's just traditional music. Maybe it's tamata. They just go in the bus. So what they can do is gather the likes of Mr. Josh. He will come with his team, the camera, the lights, make sure everything is set, and then they cover the event, make sure the sound and everything is perfect. They cover the event and then they package it. So people can be a part of it, even if they are not there. People can see that, okay, so we have people like this who listen to this kind of songs. Now, we all come from different tribes. So those people in that village, they have people from that village in the city who will be happy to see that, there's a ministry that actually went to my village and they minister to people in my village and they sang the songs, and it gives them so much joy. And that's where social media comes in. So I'll just pick a clip and put it on my status. Say, see my people in my village. They came and they were singing and they were dancing. So ministry should look at the people they've been sent and see how they can come up with things that, would capture the essence that will make those people appreciate their ministry and want to be a part of it. If I want to give an example of, being in the city, for example, like worship with Vashtie now, we stream. We do open editions where people can come in and be a part of the program, here. So that is, people in the city can identify with that, and aside that, people can share their testimonies and say, I was part of this edition and I was blessed. So, and then, there are other things again, the lyrics of the songs, that we put there. There are so many things there, but the most important thing is look at your audience first, and then come up with something that would.
From what you have said now, you have said a lot. You have said a lot.
Words on map.
I'm telling you.
She has finished work.
I'm telling you.
Let's share the grace.
You have said a lot because you have already made me feel that we have actually been keeping a few people out. You understand?
Are you sure?
Yes.
No, there's something that she said, sir.
Say it, please. Just say it to what that
Okay. Say it. Control.
Yes, because she mentioned reaching the people, because there are people in the hinterlands, there are people in the villages who do not have this internet or do not have data to stream and watch. And if most of what you do is on social media, is via streaming, then there are people that you must have cut off. But you see, what she was saying now, maybe I did not hear many things because I just latched on something she said about taking a team, going to where those people cannot reach via their devices. Do it there and stream it to the people who have the devices in the cities. By doing that, you have reached a lot of people, including the people that don't have the devices. Those are, you have reached them live.
Yes.
And the people who have the devices can watch you via the internet
And
or
those
via
who have
whatever
the settings are part of.
they are part of it.
Two sets.
You understand? You have used one stone to kill 1,000 birds. Wow. Please, that's your control. Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, I see it from another angle.
Okay.
She said, the people that you are sent to. You understand? The people that you are sent to. So, just like I said from the beginning, listen, you said I should put controls. No, don't start like, no, don't start like. So, what I'm saying is that,
Control S.
okay. What I'm saying is that, okay, see, like I said at the beginning, worship with Vashtie, this is what God has asked us to do. Understand? Stream live and reach people via social media.
Yeah.
Now, we all agree that there are some people who do not go to church.
Yeah.
Some who say, I attend my church online, I pay my offering online, I do everything online. And they are blessed. And nobody will judge them for not doing that. They might go for other meetings, but you see service, they will attend it online. You understand? So while you are talking about reaching everybody, there are specific assignments also that are given, you understand, which those people should not also be left out.
I agree.
So that's what I picked from what
We're saying the same thing because from what
in
she
a
said,
different we're seeing it
from what she said, we're reaching everybody. Those who do not have internet, we are reaching them. We're with them live. Those who have the internet are watching us. We are watching us via the devices. You understand? It's just a way. We're not saying what we're doing is wrong, or we're saying if we want to really move forward. Because when I mentioned that you know your audience, she corrected me. She said this is ministry, and so you cannot say you have a particular audience. Your ministry is to reach everyone. You're supposed to fight very hard to be able to reach.
the gospel is for all.
It's for all as much as possible.
All right.
Thanks to media, many of my colleagues see me in the office and they will laugh. They say, "Tuka, you and your wife, you have fun." When you see me and my wife, when I say, let's see what they do podcasts. You're a funny couple. You understand? Those that are not Christians, those that are Christians, all of them, they think, when I see you, one even said, Vashtie, said, you are the Vashtie. I said, no, my wife be Vashtie. My wife be Vashtie. But I like what it is. It's really, really important that we think about that. Outreaches. I think she's talking about outreaches. And the advantage of going to those people who do not have the data and this thing is that they will have it, and these other people will definitely have it. Most times, I'll be in church and I'll still, like me, on Sunday, I'm the minister in charge of media. So I'll be in church and watching my pastor preach, but I'm also watching on the phone. You understand?
Monitoring.
I'm also monitoring it and watching it on the phone. I actually have already seen him live. If somebody else that should have given this one that is not around that should be seeing this. So our aim is to be able to reach everybody, and that's what media
it
does
also
for us.
in reaching everybody, we also have to come down to people's level.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So not I think it even make it easier because it's like we have really concentrated more on the contemporary,
Yes, and
you know, so we're now leaving the other people behind, you know, and whether we like it or not, we still have people in rural areas that need to be reached. They still want to clap their hands. In fact, before we started the podcast, I just saw a picture of, you know, these drums that our mothers play, Muntamata, and I was like, it's like I should get all these things. So I'll just go to a village one day and we just sit down and have this fellowship. You understand? So I feel that the Holy Spirit is not just in the rural area. I mean, in the urban areas. It's also in the rural areas.
You know the problem.
What is the problem,
The
sir?
problem is that for our mind, everything that we go there, will they like?
If you come down to their level, sir.
We're looking for lights.
Sir,
How many of them will?
we don't. Wait, we're talking about this light.
Yes, everything.
I'm talking about this light. Sir. I really need to say something about.
You want to strike this chord?
Yes, let's not strike it. Let's scatter this table once and for all, so that we can rest.
You know the old Deba. I'm supposed to. I know say she did signal. I will like just head
No, I think this takes us to the next question.
It's not.
Yes, how do you strike a balance between focusing on media technology and the essence of worship?
Yes.
You understand? This thing you have said now, there's a way the thing hits me. It touched me so much. I want to speak pidgin because he entered body.
That's what they say. I want yarn.
I want to yarn something.
Yeah.
You know, I read a story. I'm sure I don't know if you saw it.
It's here.
That
Human beings are wicked.
a
A lady just committed suicide because she has been singing for 4 years without anyone liking or commenting on her songs whenever she posts them on social media. After she committed suicide, 1.5 million viewers commented on her suicidal post and expressed how her songs have been a tremendous blessing to them. In less than 3 days. Days.
For me, I don't think that lady had the right perception, had the right mindset, and that's why she went to commit suicide. Because she felt that she was rating her success or the success of her songs on the number of followers that she has and on the number of the likes that she gets. Unfortunately, I'm saying this without any apology. Churches, individuals, that is what we do. We want to invite a gospel music minister and then we'll go and check their Instagram page. They have 100,000 followers. The Spirit of God is there. They are loaded. If they are not loaded, people will not follow them like that. And then we miss it. Then you take another person that has just 85 followers and I say, no, then this one are just upcoming. You don't know that person is busy doing exploits for God. And is not really interested in the number of followers.
If you do exploits, why is not having likes?
Sir, it's not about that. Those people that are having the likes, do you know how many of them bought it? Do you know how many of them bought it? Now, there's something, Apostle Joshua Selman, he said when he started ministry, the Lord said, no social, in fact, he's still not on any social media. He's just Cornelia that is on social media now. Before, they were not even on social media. And he said that, the Lord said that they should not be on any social media. He's going to announce it. So what they were doing, they were just recording their messages. And of course, when they record, maybe somebody gets it on his phone and they say, who be this person when they preach? And that was how the thing kept on going around. Today, we know very well that if you are a Gen Z, in fact, if you are a Christian that wants to grow, you have heard something about Joshua Selman and you see the things that he's doing. So for me, I feel that there is a process. We grow. That's why most times you post a lot. She's the one who does the posting on our social media pages. Sometimes I will see 5 likes, sometimes you see 20, sometimes you see 35, sometimes you will even see 2, sometimes you see 10 views. You understand? But my own kind of belief is that we are dropping things. That is the most important thing, because one day when the Lord now opens the book of remembrance, it might just be one person that will just listen to this. Probably the person is even in a tight corner. I just listen to one song, Ayoti de, Ibukude, and something just changes, and that will be the channel through which every other thing will change for that person in ministry. But if we carry this wrong perception of 100 likes, 500 likes, and rate it as the benchmark or the yardstick, I don't know which English that is correct here, but I must talk, to use to grow in ministry, we will not only commit suicide, we will commit suicide and kill ourselves. Yes, I'm trying to emphasize the thing, you understand? And then the action of those people who now decided to follow shows you very well that the hypocrisy of the world is alarming. People are not really interested in what have you.
What how commit suicide is, you know, they taught us in philosophy and logic. I think it was philosophy and logic or so in school. They say when a dog bites a man, it's not news. Or when a man bites a dog, it's news.
Yeah.
So the catching point in this blowing is her suicide.
Well, I think we are missing. But let's allow them to say something about it. But for me, I think we're really missing it. Because for me, when I listen to a song, I've heard some songs that have really blessed me, and I just go to the people's social media handle and I follow them because these songs have blessed me. Sometimes I will just see that maybe they have like 8 followers, and I don't care. I follow. You understand? Because I want to be blessed. I want to see that this person has something. Let me hear more from this person. You understand? But some of us want to follow the one that is already having 50 million views. They don't even recognize you. They don't even know that you follow them. But that has 8 views, knows that Vashtie followed me. And
Joshua, how can we strike a balance? You see, everything Mama said, Mama has preached.
I did not preach. I only poured out my heart. I did not preach.
Joshua, how do we strike a balance? Because the media parts and the likes, they're important. Reaching the people is also important. How can we strike a balance? How can we get to a point that all these lights and this thing is not a distraction? How do we, and to the essence of real
before social media came, when pastors are preaching, they used to go and be checking how many souls accepted Jesus. How many of them are acknowledging that I'm the one that made them to accept Jesus as their Lord and personal Savior? It is God that's taking the glory. It is not any pastor or any follower.
Some people will never know you if they don't be social media.
I know, sir. I am not disputing that fact. But if I base my growth in ministry on the number of followers I'm having, then I'm missing it. Yes, because if God is blessing people, the aim is that people's lives are transformed and God is touching people. Whether you decide to like it or not, I realize something, that there are some people that will even watch and they are blessed and they have testimonies, but they will not like, they will not follow, they will not make any comment. But God is glorified. Content don't go. And that is it.
Mama is on fire.
I beg, maybe.
Joshua, I beg. Do you still remember the question? You have said it already.
Okay.
Water.
Okay, the question is striking a balance.
Yes.
I think she has a point, like you said. The likes and attention, so say, it's important and it motivates you. However, just like Mama said, I think also, if you have a ministry, the first question is, who called you to the ministry? When they called you, what did they tell you?
Word.
And in my opinion,
We used to do the captions that when they called you, what did they tell you?
in my opinion, everything you do should have its fruit in what was said. Because the society is so influencing. If you are not so careful, there are so many things that are on a grey line, in the line between right and wrong, and we always try to stay in that place. Media generally, and at some point I was thinking about media, this thing I'm doing. Where is it from? What's my backing? And we're in faith, so as a child of God, where do I pick my reference of media from? And unlike singing instruments that are clearly there, I can't really pick something. So I try to look at what is media and what was media. And I saw that the people that wrote the Bible were mostly eyewitnesses. Somebody saw Jesus healing the sick and said, oh, he healed the sick. I wrote it down. 2,000 years later, that's what we're living. Somebody saw something, I wrote it down. Now, we go to worship the Vashtie. Mama prophesies, we write it down. We post it online. 2 people view, no problem. 200 years later, that might be the Bible people read. Because this.
Joshua, don't finish work. Surely.
Yes, I'm messy.
Okay, because I was reading something and I discovered that in China, they are suppressing faith a lot. They've banned mobile Bibles, and they've limited purchase of hard copy Bibles, and they've limited churches to a certain location, and they have to assign the priest for that church. So if you say 100 years later, and they are soon becoming superpower. So you can't say it is far-fetched to say at some point this Bible that we have might be eradicated. But the Bible that we put online is probably the only Bible people will to read. And then if you look at it that way, you now discover that the work of media is beyond what we actually take it as. It's beyond, okay, I put something. And thinking about it, you wonder why the devil is raising a lot of false prophets that are putting stuff online. They're having a lot of money to put in their content, plenty there. And it's not for now. So it's not for us today. It is not when you can see. You go to social media.
This guy should be behind the camera too much. He should be
He has been behind for too long.
Sorry, sir.
Sometimes you go online and you see videos of best in the house. If someone did not record those healings, those raising people from the dead, those, how would you believe it now? So I think most times the devil does not fight short term. At the moment we can start realizing that most of this argument is the argument between the devil and God talking to you, and it's not you or your thoughts or your anything. Everything becomes clearer to you. So yes, likes or no likes, someone committed suicide. I think like Mama said, you did this. What did they tell you when they spoke to you? Because some people say they're in the ministry, but they were not told anything, and then they went there, and when the wind blew left and right, they flew away. So I think that's why.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Tosin, how can we strike a balance? Don't you think that this media thing can be a disruptor? In fact, somebody mentioned that when they say people should stand up and worship, or people should we don't want to minister to people, the people that you will see sitting down is the media people.
They really follow that you're not.
No. Media are what camera.
But Pastor, do you think the pastor will want the camera follow the camera? If it falls,
all those
expensive gadgets.
Not Ramboki. What's this man? This Israeli.
Won't be true.
You are one. Israeli American. It's Benny Hinn. Okay. Benny Hinn, when Benny Hinn is praying for people and ministering to people, he also has come to the full phone. So if you carry camera, come down, see the full phone. But our own media will get audition. Is this media thing not being? Can't it be a distraction? Can't it be a distraction to? After you have answered, I'm going to bring up something controversial that we will discuss. But isn't there a way we can strike a balance?
Well, just like I said, if we look at it from the perspective of media being a channel, then can it really be a distraction? Because if we see it as a channel through which what we do is amplified, what we do is conveyed to people, giving them an opportunity to be a part of it, can it really be a distraction? So
when you sorry for cutting you, but sometimes we get over dependent on all this technology and the media.
But these are
does that mean that without them we?
No, but these are the times we are in. Okay. Remember when we started, we looked at it from when we started using gramophone,
yes.
and cassettes and disc and all of that, to when people can stream services that are happening and stream services that have held before. So at what point, so we can look at it critically and say, okay, at what point can we say streaming worship is Vashtie? But just like Mama said, if you are looking at the engagement, you can get discouraged. So I think number one, don't look at yes, you can monitor. There's a difference between monitoring and then monitoring for the purpose of you are being agitated because you are not really getting the engagement, and that's very simple. If you see that, okay, for example, I post on the page and I don't do something consistently. They say if you keep doing something, keep expecting the same results. So you keep doing things and you keep looking at it. Okay, is this thing getting somehow you see that, okay, when I posted this video, there was some traction. I posted it in the morning. Okay, be posting in the morning, and then you post in the morning, you see that traction is dropping. Try and post in the evening. Try and post in the afternoon, because these things are man-made. They are machines, they are automated, and they are built to work with certain algorithms. Thank you, sir. So you keep looking at it and seeing how you can make adjustments, of course, with the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Because just like Mama gave the example of Apostle Selman, the Holy Spirit told them that he would amplify the message, but they did their own part, which is making the messages available, and some other parts I don't talk about it because we'll still talk about it in the questions. So we have our own parts. Let's do our own parts, from the standpoint of being innovative, from the standpoint of giving people, ensuring that we want people to have a better experience when they stream our services, when they listen to the songs. We also look at the needs of people and try to make adjustments here and there. For example, those people that may not have enough data to actually stream the video of Worship with Vashtie can have access to the audio version. That's one reason why we put short clips on Instagram. If you want to be wicked now, say everybody YouTube straight. But we take the time to still cut out some important parts from podcasts, from the Worship with Vashtie session, so that people can that 3 minutes, they have that small data they can afford. So it takes, I think if we look at it from the point of view that, okay, we're just trying to sharpen our knife to see that it can work better, then I think we're fine.
Okay. There's something I've heard someone mention in a meeting before. I think we were having a meeting and they were talking about the need to have a night vigil.
Yeah.
That vigil, physical, actual. People must be there in the then you talk about we go to stream and say no. That's it. After all, when Jesus was performing miracles, there was no streaming. There it was live. It's live in the place that people have to be there live. Don't you think that there is people are thinking, is it a generational thing? Is there a generational imbalance? Are there people that think that media is actually really a distraction? They're thinking that no, if it's not Panadol, it's not the same thing as Panadol. That the miracles, the name of hands have to be done in the place. You cannot do impartition via the media space. It has to be done live. Is it a misconception? Is it a wrong perception? Is it okay? Is it a stereotype? Or the argument of the people is that, okay, let's say, have you attended any training online? Sure. Have you attended courses online? Because I attended courses online. Okay. Say the truth, I shame the devil. When you are attending those courses, whether via Zoom or whatever, don't you have lots of distractions while you are attending those courses? Like you now, as a mother. I know some courses that you have attended that you were on Zoom and at the same time you were cooking food. At the same time you were washing clothes, at the same time you were doing things. Don't they... Is the argument not valid by saying it is not Panadol? it's not the same thing as Panadol.
It's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing, sir. Because if you know how important that training is, you give it your all. Okay, there's a training that's I'm still attending, which is always winding up, I think, this weekend. And there's a physical one, that's the actual, and then the virtual. But maybe due to some commitments here and there, I couldn't attend some of the actual ones, so I opted for virtual. And on their own parts, everything that you think you want to get in the actual, they ensure that it's there in the virtual, But I think there are times that, yes, I was distracted. In fact, one time my husband said we have to go for, is it a football match? And I had to be there trying to concentrate and watch the match, and it was really distracting. But there was a particular class where the things that they were saying there was not something that I could afford to get distracted. So I had to give warning, that I don't want any distraction. I need to concentrate so that I can get this class. So I left everything to go. And so it's a mindset. If you decide that I don't want any distraction, I want to really concentrate, knowing what you are getting, you will give it your all.
But don't you think it even opens door for hypocrisy? Let me out there explain. Okay, let's say there's a meeting. We're in a meeting. Let's say a WhatsApp meeting. And the schedule has already been set. Praise and worship will be taken by Tosin. The first prayer will be taken by Joshua. And so for 10 minutes. Next prayer will be taken by Vashtie, 10 minutes. The other prayer will be taken by me. I can be timing this lady will take praise and worship 5 minutes. So I say, let's 8 o'clock, 8 to 5, because I was not finished. I'll be joined, but I mute myself. Joshua will take his own prayer. I mute. She will just take her own prayer. I mute. When it's now my turn, and I'll come and take my own prayer. I'm mute and I'm gone. I was not part of that meeting. I just came to do my own prayer and get away. So doesn't it open a door for distractions and open a door for hypocrisy?
Mindset, sir. Mindset. Well, let me allow them to talk.
Sir, don't you think it opens a door for distraction and hypocrisy?
Well, I don't think media opens the door. I think there's distraction regardless. You can be in church and then you receive this call from these children that distracted you and that distracted in church. You can be in the lesson and you go there physically and you see your husband's missed call. Immediately you are disconnected. So distraction is not a factor of whether you're there or not. Like Mama said, it's your mind, it's yourself. You do online courses, you have to put yourself in the discipline that, okay, I'm giving myself 1 week for this. It's very well, okay, what's the meaning of the distraction? Diverting attention. Your attention is supposed to be here. Divert it. So it is not whether it is online, it is not media or not. Distraction is everywhere. You have to do the online course and tell yourself, I don't want the distraction, stay away. You have to be in church and say, I'll not be distracted, and go outside the church while they are preaching. So you can still miss praise worship, first prayer, second prayer, inside the church by stepping out. So it's not really a factor of honor that
it's not the media that
it's not a media idea.
It's actually the media, like you said, mindset. And Tosin,
Yes, sir.
how important is it for worship leaders to be media savvy in today's digital age?
Well, the thing is, we take it one step at a time. There's a whole lot that's happening. There's Facebook, there's Zoom, there's YouTube. In fact, the one that scares people is when a single is about to be dropped, you will not see different platforms that you can stream. And the person will be like, in fact, some of the people that release the single, they'll be like, which one is this one again? So I'm going to open an account in all this.
Yes. And they'll go to the one that have account.
Some of you forgot they have account on some platforms. All in the name of trying to be media savvy. So, but I think the thing is, take it one step at a time. As a worship minister, you don't have to be present on all the platforms. There are some people that will say, "Oh, me in a Facebook, oh, that's where my people are." So focus on Facebook. Facebook is broad enough on its own. There's Facebook group, there's Facebook Messenger, there's the Facebook page, there's Facebook itself. There's a whole lot that you can say, okay, I'm going to dedicate maybe this year to how Facebook works. I want to, just maximize my congregation or my audience on Facebook. And if you have the base for Facebook and Instagram, go ahead. Some, just like Jesus gave, some he gave 5, some he gave 3, some he gave 2. So there are some other worship ministers, maybe from their background, or another factor that plays a role is the church. But some churches, give the opportunity for you to engage with high tenor.
Yeah.
And some other churches, they don't really dabble so much into it. So you just look at what you can handle and take it bit by bit. And I think with that kind of mindset or that kind of style, you will not be overwhelmed.
Okay, beautiful, thank you. What challenges you've been in the worship ministry for some time now? So what challenges do worship ministries face with the increasing integration of media? What challenges have you faced? Worship ministries this short time.
If I talk, well, okay, let me take it from a different angle. I feel that music ministers are not really getting it the right way, or are not really going about it the right way. There's somebody that I see on social media. I wouldn't say his name, but like I just see he's a music minister. I see him post a lot of things that contradicts the word of God. I see him post a lot of things that shouldn't be coming from somebody who is preaching Christ. You understand? And then sometimes I see some kind of posts. You see, like suddenly knowledge has so increased that a lot of people know a lot of things about God, that they have gotten to the level where they don't even need anybody to mentor them or to say anything to them. And as they receive Rema, or they think they receive Rema, the next thing they're on social media and they throw it. You don't care who is receiving it. You don't care how people are going to perceive you as a minister. You don't care how it's going to fall on the hearts of the people that are receiving it. Your own is that anything I receive, I just throw it. You are in the toilet, you are pooping, it's on social media.
Let's ask you.
You walk on the road and then you saw one woman frying corn, I be selling corn, roasting corn, you snap her and put it on social media. Yes, contents. You know, for me, I feel that all those things have a way of causing a lot of distraction, because before you know it, gradually people are not really interested in whatever you are trying to post, because you're actually losing focus. I'm sorry to say, but it's like we have turned it more. We're turned away from ministry to entertainment. Now, I'm not saying entertainment in singing in church, but even in the social media, where we're supposed to, our posts should be edifying, should build people, but it's more like let's just entertain.
But it's content.
What?
It's content.
It's content, but is God glorified? I agree that it's content, sir, but is God glorified? That's the point that I'm trying to make. It is important that while I am a music minister, God has called Vashtie to begin worship with Vashtie and to stream it live on social media. So when I'm bringing a post, apart from the fact that I'm a baker, when I'm bringing in a post on social media, let it be that 95% or 90% of my post is talking about the assignment that God has given, because that is the channel through which God asked me to do the assignment. You understand? Except if God did not ask me to do it through that channel, but if that's the channel which God asked me to do the assignment, then The things that I'm posting, whether I'm talking about my husband or I'm talking about my children or whatever, let it all boil back to the assignment that God has given me. I should not lose focus. So a lot of people are losing focus and they are doing the wrong thing and they are doing it with their chests. The last one of the podcasts, I said it and I'm still going to repeat it here again. If you think that you're a music minister and you don't have anybody mentoring, you don't have any pastor over your head, my dear sister, my dear brother, you are a vagabond. Go back and find somebody, find a pastor, a Bible-believing church, find a pastor that will be over you, that will guide you and put you in the right path. Anybody who is living this life and doesn't have any mentor, anybody you are answerable to, my brother, you're on a long thing.
And even Joshua, is it possible to be too techy, too modern? Is it possible to encourage? Is it possible? Is there anything like that? And if there's something like that, how can worship industries address the potential criticism of being too modern or too techy?
Well, in my perspective, there's not like too techy. I think everybody gets.
I disagree.
Why?
Okay.
No, let him talk. I disagree, sir.
I think at some point everybody gets to the point. The place you're calling too techy today, you might tomorrow call it okay.
It might not be too techy for another.
I keep speaking about COVID. Before COVID, online church was probably a sin for a lot of people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Situation happened.
And you know, there were people they were streaming online even before COVID.
Yes, those people were.
Yes.
So I always have a problem with it because we, like Mama said about Rema, when God gives you particularly something, most times people make the mistake of generalizing it for everybody.
Yeah.
If God says Joshua stop wearing trousers, wearing skirts, and I'm sure God told him, and then I'm wearing my skirts because he knows where he's taking me to, and he knows that skirts is very important. And I'll come up and say, you have to wear the skirts. Everybody, Joshua has a song. He say he one-on-one. Everybody meets God at some place, and God tells you what to do. God has the full picture, and he knows how everybody fits into each other. So to meet purpose, like everybody. So too techy. My church seems too techy for some people. Yeah. You get. So that's what I'm saying. At some point, I think everybody will get to the point. Maybe in 5 years' time, someone that says we are too techy might not be there in 5 years' time. So what is too techy now might not be techy for them. And I think there's one particular thing about media generally. I think it's very important that you have a good reference. Don't have a mediocre reference. If you say you're doing anything, okay, who are you looking at? I'm not saying copy this, but what are you looking at? Okay, this person, they are doing it like this. Okay, and like I said earlier, who called you and what did they tell you? Whatever you're going to do, if it's in line with what they told you when they called you, who called you? Some people not God that called them. So whoever called them, tell them what to do. If somebody goes and do ritual, I've called them, and then they will tell them be doing this, and they do it. So who called you and what they tell you? Whatever you want to do, go back to what they told you. If it's in line what they told you, fine. It's real. And that's why I'm not too quick to criticize things that people criticize, because what did God tell the person? They are not there. If the person does not tell you what God told them, or lie that this is what God told me, it's not my business. You get. Yes, you make your opinion. Importantly, is it in line with the word of God, which is the standard for everybody? If it's in line and it's not you shooting boundaries, and it's in line with what God has told you to do, fine. Too techy, I don't know whether something can be too techy.
because just say wait till you get there enough, sir.
Yeah. It's never enough most times.
Tosin, but you say, why did you say?
Yeah, he's coming from the angle of being a media person. I don't dispute that. But look, I'm coming from another
distraction.
It's how do I put it? I was telling you a few days ago, I said, you hear what they saying? Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. But they're interpreting it in a very wrong way. So they feel that we know everything technology, we know everything social media. And that has made them to become, how do I put it? As in,
They don't need anybody.
yes, they don't need anybody. So it's so easy for them. You see a post from Daddy Adeboye, you insult Daddy Adeboye online. You know, you feel that I'm a tech person. I know what I'm doing. Yes, that's why I said I've seen a lot of young people, small children, Gen Z. Those people when they born them, that were finished secondary school, 2001, and they feel that they have gotten so much knowledge. Sir, yes, I will say it with my full chest, sir. Excuse me, sir. Whether they don't, even me, I'm a baby to somebody. I'm still a baby to my mother. You understand? And I will not, as a child of God, even if I disagree with a man of God, just go to social media and open my mouth and insult him because I feel that I know the word of God more than the person. You know? So a lot of us are missing and we are trading on a wrong path. We are trading on the wrong path and it's affecting a lot of things. And that is why devil will speak to us, we will say it's God that's spoken to us. Because we are not even submissive. We cannot respect people. We cannot respect elders that have gone ahead of us because we feel that now we know more than them. It's not like in their generation. We must be careful to strike a balance so that we will know that while that their generation didn't have some of these tech things, but their generation is not completely ignorant of so many things. Let us strike a balance and show honor to honor. Pastor Phemie.
Yes. You put yourself out there in the media space, social media, you put yourself out there. When people throw you likes and when people write, they put comments that are beautiful. You read the comments and you're happy. People's lives are blameless. It's the same conduit and the same medium that you have opened yourself up to those same people, but maybe different forms, to insult you because you have put yourself out there.
But I'm directing this my talk
If
to
you are not
people
ready,
who say that they are born again Christians and they claim that they know the word of God, having a form of godliness in them, but they are denying that they should submit to authority and to respect the people that are above them. Abba, what do they talk, sir?
my friends will tell me one probably say, under special arrangement, devil dey with God.
Reference Book of Job.
I'm watching this now. Because where you find godly people, this world you are in, where you find godly people, you will still find vagabonds. You will still find people that are just waiting for you to post something so that they can insult you. You understand?
Yeah.
So my encouragement now is
So that's why my talk was not channeled to vagabonds. So it's channeled to people that say they are born again Christians.
my own challenge is to ministers. When you put yourself out there and you put out this word, when you're offended, when you're insulted.
Sure. But you too that is following them, don't insult them. So go to the Bible, go to the word of God and understand honor.
That is why the social media is free. There is freedom of speech. See, how many years now have they been taking a knee in international football, say kick out racism? But my black brothers will still play ball and score goal and they will call them monkey. On social media, they have not been able to catch many of the people. Because that space is free. You understand? Till tomorrow, a child will see you now and look at your hand. A child saw my mother in the UK and was turning her hand like this, like that. They say, are you turning black or white? Pikin, don't say racism from there. You understand? But that's how the world is. So if you put yourself out there in this media space, please expect it.
And then I think
Build the shock absorber. to expect it because it will come.
Just to add, I think born again is also a very overused term.
Because now, if you come out to do the evangelism, I tell people, say, I want to preach to you. People say, I'm good again.
If you feel a for Christian, you just take it. So it's beyond people whose name are David, Samuel, and all this. Those people are probably vagabonds who are like you your own sense. So I think that's probably it.
Thank you, sir. Now, I think well, we should be rounding. We should be rounding. Joshua is already. This is no plenty now. Now we have talked about the digital space. We've talked about, Mama mentioned something about Gen Z, who are usually 247 on the digital space. Now, how can worship ministries utilize media to engage these younger generations in the same vein, not alienate the older generations? Because it's a way that there are people in our church now that all these lyrics are put on the screen. Or
not even
that oneself. Or you say, there was somebody that mentioned in my office that how can on the same phone that you watch some terrible videos on Instagram, is on that same phone that you say you want to open Bible, God forbid. Then you watch new video on Instagram on your phone, and then you say I'm opening Bible, God forbid. You understand? There's some people that want it tomorrow. They believe that Bible must be that book that you hold and you carry in your armpits and you open pages. That is this. So how can worship ministries utilize media to engage these younger generations and not alienate the older generations? After this, we'll say final word.
Lucy, sir. Okay, before I answer this question, I just want to quickly touch upon the challenges worship ministers face for the purpose of music ministers who are watching this. There's the issue of network. Sometimes weather is so bad, you stream your events and people are having issues. Even you're having issues transmitting. Then media equipment are expensive. They are capital intensive.
Sorry, Joshua, can we ever over invest in media? I know you will say that.
The way you get good, you increase it. You pick another level.
This is ministry. It's not business. It's not worship business. It's worship ministry. So it's not easy trying to buy state of the art gadgets. Then there's also the issue of language barrier, like we said earlier. You do your songs in English, and then sometimes some of the people who would want to watch your, or maybe you have a family who is streaming worship with Vashtie and they want grandma to be a part of it, but grandma doesn't study English. So she really can't be a part of. So these are part of the challenges. Then the second question, media savvy. Can we be too media savvy? I think.
Can we be too techy?
Yes, yes, exactly. Can we be too techy? Yes, we can. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. How did they go around one?
Why I'm saying that is because this digital technology is evolving. They're always innovating. The way we use technology 5-10 years ago is not the way it is now. So the problem is, like I said, as a music minister, you shouldn't be everywhere. And then you shouldn't be everywhere. But so don't drag people everywhere. For example, you are generally doing your streaming on Facebook or YouTube. There's Microsoft Teams. Okay.
No, but it's variety is the spice of
No, I don't agree.
It's variety.
No.
Variety is the spice of life.
No, sir. It can be distracting. Sir, it can be distracting. It can be distracting.
Very distracting.
Yes.
So you're not telling
If people are meeting me on Facebook, let them know that on every last Sunday of the month, you meet me on Facebook.
But there's some people that have said, tell me that one in the number, that they enjoy Google Meet better than Zoom.
But sir, if you consider your audience,
meeting them.
No, you're not eliminating them. If you consider your audience, what is the essence of me leaving my 1,000 people that are waiting for me on Facebook to go and be attending to 20 people that are waiting for
Let
me
me
on
preach to you.
Facebook?
He left the 99 for one.
Wow. What's in this context, sir? You are putting this out of
He
context.
left the 99 for the
You
one.
are putting out of context.
So those are the things. That's what will cause people headache. I have to go to Google Play Store. You don't even know that the person's phone has space. Even download that app. Then number 2. Another thing again. Pass me wait.
Imagine my old mother managing to get Facebook app. And she's enjoying watching the version on Facebook. Then you now start telling my mother that she should go to Google Meet.
But then
That's being
the too much tech is also the solution.
Yes.
So why not just do all of them? Why
will you handle that? Then number 2, another thing again. You want people to give offering. Why don't you just put the code? It's even enough when you try to put payment gateways. You now say scam code. How many people now? I'm not saying it's wrong. But these are the simple things that scam code. Before they know it.
But if I don't put the scam code, somebody will say,
you're not innovating. Every time you always put your
do you know on this thing now on La Liga, when I'm watching La Liga on TV, there's a barcode they used to put at the edge. If you please try this, it's a barcode at the edge. Just take your phone and scan that barcode. You will see the statistics of the match. Why do I need to wait for when they are going to put how many shots on goal and this thing?
The issue here is. The issue here is yes, you have to be techy, but if you really want to communicate, you communicate in language that people understand.
Yes.
If you are paying, let's say, okay, you are going to a gathering of tech people, tech believers. There is a conference. And you can bring out everything and display.
Why is it a problem? Why not do all?
Do all!
No, that's
Why should we? For example, if you watch reading conventions and some conventions, initially they used to play the video, and now you say a sign language interpreter. What you're saying is, why stop showing the video and put a sign language? You can still put everybody. You can put your barcode and put your account number on the same screen. That's what I'm saying. The solution to your problem is still being too techy.
Yes, you can put both, but you don't have to do it every time. And besides, it is demand that precedes supply, right? So when people start saying, could you do scam code? When you have the growing number of people asking for scam codes, you don't have scam code. But when it's just 2 people, and you're putting
what is that?
You too. In Worship with Vashtie, we have said that our motto is to reach one person. You see? You follow me talking now. So if that one person now back for the name because I'm not going to try to reach that one person.
Okay, so now, but now, I read that the question.
Okay, you win.
I read that the question you asked me. So with all these answers, we have to, I think, each ministry should ask themselves that, okay, what are we doing what can we do to make sure that the older generation are not left behind? They are not being discouraged. And what can we do to keep the Gen Z or the younger generation part of us? Number 1, just make sure that your content, they're digital platforms, and make sure that they're very clear, they're very accessible. They're not doing too much. Even like we said earlier, we had cassettes. People were keeping tabs on programs.
I still have cassettes.
You see that? So people
video cassette that my father recorded of me when I was small. I still have that.
So I think the older generation, the only
I should not get the machine to play up.
The only issue with the older generation is that streaming. Being part of what is happening. But now they have phones. Their children or their grandchildren can easily put the sermons there for them, put the music, you see them, they'll play. So it's not really a challenge, it's that streaming. And most times, if they really want to be part of it, they'll ask somebody in the family to, connect them to it. The only area is where maybe if you can infuse if a music minister is doing songs, maybe like a normal worship setting, they can add songs to their repertoire or collection that the older generation would love. Of course, we have our contemporary playlist. We have our contemporary, but you can add
imagine when some praise and worship that you would just stand, no go fit that.
There was the last edition. the last edition of Worship with Vashtie. Not the hymns. Was it the hymns? Yes, it was the hymns. So I was previewing the video, and there was a part mama started singing in Hausa. She said she actually wanted to sing it in her dialect, but she didn't, but she now sang in Hausa. And I don't know, but I felt a tug in my heart. That's just me at my age. So imagine if I had an elderly lady getting,
My love.
So these are the things I think we should incorporate. If it's a teaching, even if sometimes they can, have the teaching in a particular language that the older generation would, they would love it. Then for the then for the for the younger generation, I don't really think they have any issues at all. I mean, everything now they have access to it already. The songs, these are the kind of songs they sing now. I think now, say, worship has evolved such a way that we do chants now.
Yeah.
So I think maybe giving them an opportunity to be a part of it.
Yes.
Giving them an opportunity to also, because it's natural when I'm inside, I want to show people that I'm inside.
Yeah.
So yes, giving them, for example, maybe if you could have outreaches, campus outreaches, outreaches for secondary schools, they will love all those things. Young people, when they are together, their energy is so strong.
And also paying attention to their feedback.
Yes, for both sides, for both sides. Yes, so that's it.
Well, I think we should have a podcast with the older generation. Let's feel their
What?
Yes.
One thing about media, which is a very big advantage, is you will never miss a program. The fact that
Yes.
In fact,
you can go back and
from
go and get
hundreds of years.
Yes.
I wanted to listen to one message from Catherine Coleman. Somebody mentioned one of her messages. Yes, many years ago. But it was uploaded on YouTube. I just typed Catherine Coleman and I saw the video might not be too clear like that. The audio might not be too clear, but I got the message, because I could make reference and just get it from somewhere like that.
So that's the beauty of technology. It preserves.
Yeah, the internet never forgets.
Yes, the internet never forgets. Yes, so that's why I said you can be media savvy, and just like I said, you can be. But technology is what makes media still relevant today because it helps to preserve something that you saved in a kind of format before. Technology was yes.
It's true because there's so good. The other day I wanted to just listen to Sonny Okosu. I just went to YouTube. I just typed one line of the song and it just showed me. I just played it in. I enjoyed it. You understand? So it's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
and have that. Final but
I don't have much to say. I think everything is coming together, and we thank God for media. Maybe one word on older and younger generation. I think first of all, we actually need to speak to the older generation and ask what they want.
exactly.
I don't think anybody prefers any of the extremes. I don't think the older generation prefers new songs. I don't think the new person prefers the older songs. If you sing the old hymns, the old people might be happy, but the young people are watching. So I think
Finally, with
there has to be somewhere, you hear people take old songs and sing it in the new way. Both people are excited. So it brings a lot of work on the minister themselves. And concerning media, we spoke about distraction. The truth is, I think media is actually a way very distracting in churches. Why? I mean, you see some churches, or most churches, have this setup where the audience is dim and the media people wear black. It is not because black is a good color. No, it is because you're trying to hide these people out of plain sight so that you don't really notice them, because natural is distracting. We spoke about following under the anointing. The media person hardly even tries to connect to a program that much.
to make the program
There are too many things you are thinking at the same time. With that brings me to the conclusion. The average media person has to do a lot of work behind it,
Yeah.
which means you leave the church Monday to Saturday, you have to do a work. To catch up with what people are getting on Sunday, you have to work on yourself and do. Because at the end of the day, we are not acting a movie. We're all planning to go back somewhere.
Yes, sir.
So you can't say because I'm a media person, okay, I don't need to. So that's all I have to say though.
Any final words?
Yes, we should have more of seminars, media workshops to sensitize the church members in the church, all the different age groups, because a lot of people just know media for camera and they just transmit and we just see. But sometimes, most times people don't really know that they have a role to play. For example, if Josh were to post a seminar in church, if he's sensible to say, do you know your smile is very important during the service? Because when I capture it, somebody will see it and say, this person's smile shows this person is part of the service. So you don't have to hide your face. Oh, some people, when they see their face on camera, they go, this is me. So I think people need, and then another reason why we need sensitization is because for some churches they are doing so well, but the engagement is poor on the page, and you have a church member of 500. Imagine if 500, those 500, even if it's 300, go and like the post. That's something. But if you don't carry out sensitization, then we don't know.
Because many of the church members are not even for
Yes, but you see them, they will go and like other churches, content from other, they will even share it on their WhatsApp status. But it's just like a music minister will come and start forcing members of his family and say, if people don't like my post, I post, you don't like it. Did you tell us what else to post? But the truth is that most of the engagements we see on social media, the groundwork is done physically. Do you know people have, communities, virtual communities where they'll say, okay, data, anything, once you drop the video, everybody go and like, go and comment, beautiful, good, and a stranger will just come and sit and say, so much engagement, you don't know they did a lot of groundwork. So why don't we also do that kind of groundwork in our churches, in our ministries, build a community, build a social media, and we can call it like that. Carry out sensitizations, draft people in, and the engagements you want to see, you start seeing it. Yeah. Then make use of, let me not talk too much, let's just leave it here.
It's like she
That's just one just yeah. That is better words. Yeah.
I would just like to say to music ministers out there that we should keep creating content. Don't get tired. Don't wait till you have a song that was produced in a studio. Do covers. The Lord leads you to pray online. Pray. Don't feel that people are going to say, I'm dropping too much. Just keep dropping. And whether the likes are many or not, just keep creating content. Remember that there is a future and it might be what somebody needs in the future. Then secondly, I also say that we should strike a balance between the older generation and the younger generation, especially in the place of worship. In our churches, in our ministries, while you are reaching the younger generations, while you are touching them, please don't leave out the older generation. Because that is what happens. Then you hear people saying that village people. It hurts me so much when people think that because somebody is old, the person naturally is a witch. Our mothers are in the villages. She's not a witch. Your mother is in the village. She's not a witch. So we should stop that. Please let us reach the younger generation and the older generation as the Lord helps us. That's it.
Wow, thank you. It's really a beautiful one. When we started, I said those were 15 minutes. Because I was like...
This is over an hour, right?
There's a church I attended.
I celebrate grade
2011 when I went for my master's in Glasgow. I deliberately did not go to an African-based church. They Africa, they do Africa. So I looked for a white...
Person actually yourself.
Yes, so because imagine how you be so obvious that this is a...
On Tuesday, there's one girl came with, please, can I touch your hair? Can I touch your hair? That's a carry afro. Can I touch your hair? I love the texture. I just think among the people, my friend, I one day. It wasn't just beautiful. I attended the Bible study session. I even had a children ministry training in that church. It was really beautiful. I became a member of the church. It's called the Tron. Tron. It's a kind of Presbyterian background church, but that's where I was going to. And one thing that really, 2011, one thing that I really loved is that after every service, once I'm just getting to my home, I just go to the website and the message is already there. It's already there. You can download it as MP4, you can MP3 and listen to it. The message is always there. So now I'm even very, very confident. If I just go to the throne, I'll find the message there as far back and as long as there. And that's what, just like you mentioned, there needs to be more engagement there. Let people know that those things are there. They can go back to them at every time. They're always very edifying. God will bless us and help us in this ministry. The money we need for this ministry, because we need plenty money for this thing. So thank you for joining us. So thank you for being here. Sorry, we are taking so much of your time, but I'm sure it's worth your while. Now let's use the opportunity to welcome you and invite you to Worship with Vashtie August edition.
Yeah.
And the theme for the August edition is The King
is coming.
And it's going to be on the 27th, I think. Yes, Sunday, the 27th of August. We'll let you know what time it's going to be exactly. Yeah, you see, that's one of the things. You're going to play for us, God should bless us. The more we get our own studio. We have to be going to studios, and sometimes one want to have it at the usual 5 o'clock time. The studio may have.
I want to extend the time.
Yes, and sometimes this 1 hour not the board. We would like to spend more time. We have a space already. God has given us a space. We just need the equipment, and we need money.
As the Lord lays in your heart, you can bless us with keyboard, drums, everything, lights. What's the screen? Cameras.
Media things.
Quick.
So the 27th will be live on Facebook and probably YouTube. So we should not do too much.
The light concert.
And they say we should not do too much. But we'll be there on Facebook. Let's know the time ahead of time. And you said something about the live concert.
Yes, the light concert is here again.
3.0.
And something about this one,
Yes.
it's so special. It's 40 for 40. It's going to be my 40th birthday. And it's a very special edition, in fact. So we would like to invite you, please keep it a date. Make it a date with us, 29th October 2023. And the theme is One Sound, One Voice. We want to worship God together in one accord. Please make it a date with us. Please, and the Lord will bless you mightily. You'll be glad you joined.
Don't mind anything we said you. Please like our video.
Subscribe.
Please like, subscribe, and share. Don't mind all this. Yeah, I don't deal with them. Like, we want your likes. Please, I would like your comments too. It helps us to get better.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Joshua, thank you.
Josh,
thank
in
you.
front of the camera.
Yes, thank you.
Not behind.
Vashtie, thank you.
Thank you, Phemie.
And from me, baby, I say thank you for joining us in Worship Jesus with Vashtie. I can't say, I won't go and not say thank you to the team. Because Joshua there in front now. Don't say God bless you.
Sobe,
They don't change this my name. Oh. His name is Toby.
Sobe Juku.
Fizzy. Desire, thank you.
And our husband to be.
Today is his fiance's birthday.
Yes. Can we sing a birthday song for her?
Gloria, happy birthday, Gloria.
Please, Joshua, you have to send this to her. I don't know how you're going to.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
Worship with Vashtie. See, can we have the lights? Can we have the lights?
Happy birthday to Gloria.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
Happy birthday, Gloria.
We love you.
Many, many more.
We can't wait to have you around. We can't wait to fellowship with you. We can't wait to just show love to you the way we know how to do best.
Yes.
Happy birthday
Because
to you.
if we don't do this, our
Happy
sound will go good.
birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Gloria. And on this note, we say peace out.
Bye.